What if I told you that positive thinking isn't just about forcing a smile or repeating empty affirmations? It's a mental framework, a way of seeing the world that rewires your reality, reshapes your reactions, and redefines your future. Imagine starting your day not with stress or dread, but with clarity and quiet confidence. Imagine being the kind of person who, in the face of obstacles, sees an opening. That's the real power of positive thinking, not blind optimism, but a mind aligned with awareness, action, and wisdom. But how do you cultivate that mindset, not just for a moment, but for life? This is where the ancient, timeless teachings of Buddhism become more than spiritual advice, they become a practical guide to modern living. Buddhism isn't just a religion. It's a way of thinking. A system of living that has helped millions move from mental chaos to inner peace, from suffering to strength. In this journey, we'll explore 7 transformative Buddhist techniques that don't just inspire, they equip you to think positively, live purposefully, and grow fearlessly. These aren't vague ideas. They're actionable principles, tools to reset your mindset and unlock your best self. Let's begin. Life rarely follows the plan we create. You make your vision board. You set your goals. You start walking your path. And then bam, life hits you sideways. A failure. A loss. A delay. But what if these weren't setbacks? What if these were setups for growth? In Buddhism, there's a powerful idea. Your pain is not your enemy, it is your teacher. Sit with that for a moment. Every challenge you face is offering you something, a chance to develop patience, sharpen your focus, or build inner strength. It's not about the challenge itself. It's about how you frame it. This is called mindful reframing, the art of consciously choosing your perspective. Most people, when life gets hard, ask, why is this happening to me? But try asking instead, what is this teaching me? This one question shifts you from victim mode to growth mode. Picture yourself climbing a steep mountain. The rocks, the rain, the exhaustion, they're not there to defeat you. They're what make the summit meaningful. Without resistance, there is no progress. Without pressure, no diamond is formed. Buddhism teaches us that the struggles we resist are often the ones we need the most. Even the Buddha himself, before he reached enlightenment, walked away from luxury, faced hunger, doubt, and despair. But every hardship became a stepping stone toward awakening. You can do the same. When a challenge appears, pause. Breathe. Ask yourself, what strength is this moment asking me to develop? Suddenly, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. Over time, this mindset becomes your superpower. You stop fearing failure. You stop resisting discomfort. Instead, you welcome the lesson. You build resilience. You become unstoppable. And the best part? This shift in perspective is contagious. As your mindset evolves, your energy begins to influence others. People will feel it. They'll be drawn to your calm in the storm. And in return, your relationships, your confidence, and your entire outlook will transform. So the next time life throws you off course, remember. You can see it as an obstacle or recognize it as the very path forward. Have you ever paid attention to your own voice, not just what you say to others, but what you whisper to yourself when no one's listening? Your words are not just sounds. They're seeds. And every seed you plant in your mind has the power to grow into belief, into behavior, into reality. In Buddhism, there's a deeply rooted principle called right speech, a part of the Noble Eightfold Path. But don't mistake it for just being polite. It goes much deeper than that. Right speech means speaking with intention, awareness, and compassion to others, yes, but also to yourself. Because here's the truth, the most dangerous lies are the ones we tell ourselves. I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed. People like me don't make it. These phrases may seem harmless, just thoughts in a tired moment, but they are powerful enough to sabotage your dreams before you even begin. Every time you repeat a limiting belief, you reinforce a mental wall around your potential. But here's the good news. The opposite is also true. Start speaking to yourself with belief, encouragement, and patience, and your mind will shift. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," try, "This is a challenge, and I'm learning to meet it." Instead of, "I'm not smart enough," try, "I'm growing every day. I can learn anything I commit to." This isn't about ignoring reality or sugarcoating pain. It's about choosing a narrative that empowers you instead of defeating you. Think of it like this: if your mind were a garden, your words would be the gardener's hands. Are you planting weeds, or are you growing fruit? And it's not just about self-talk either. Right speech also means being mindful of how you speak about your goals. Have you ever noticed how often we downplay our dreams? "I probably won't make it. People like me don't get those opportunities. I'll try, but I don't expect much." These aren't just sentences. They're subconscious instructions you're giving to your brain. You're programming it to expect failure before you even try. So let's flip the script. Start saying things like, "I'm on my way. Every step I take is progress. I have what it takes, it's just a matter of time." Consistency creates belief. Say it often enough, and your subconscious will start to believe it. And once your subconscious is on board, nothing can stop you. Here's a simple daily practice. Every morning, before you check your phone or dive into your to-do list, look in the mirror and say one positive, intentional sentence to yourself. Something like, "I'm becoming stronger and wiser every day. I trust myself to figure things out. Today is another step toward the life I'm building." If you constantly shine that light backward into past mistakes, you'll trip over what's right in front of you. If you point it too far ahead, into fears and unknowns, you'll panic at shadows. But when you aim at it now, you see clearly. You can take the next step with purpose. It might feel awkward at first. Do it anyway. Awkward is where transformation begins. Soon, those words won't feel like hope, they'll feel like truth. And the more you speak with clarity, kindness, and confidence, the more your life will begin to reflect those very qualities. Because words don't just describe your reality. They create it. So speak wisely. Speak kindly. Speak like someone who knows their words have power, because they do. How much of your day do you spend somewhere else? Not physically, but mentally. Replaying old mistakes. Worrying about what's next. Living in the past or fearing the future? Here's the truth that most people miss. The past is over. The future isn't real yet. The only moment you ever truly have is this one. Yet we're so rarely in it. Our thoughts are stuck on, "What if I had?" or "What if I don't?" We get trapped in a cycle of regret and anticipation, while the present slips quietly through our fingers, unlived. Buddhism offers a profound solution. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present, fully aware, and fully alive, right now. You don't have to be a monk to practice mindfulness. You just have to be willing to come back to the moment you're in. Why is this important? Because clarity, peace, and positivity only exist in the present. When you're stuck in the past, your energy drains into guilt or shame. When you're stuck in the future, anxiety takes over. But when you're in the now, you regain your power. Let me give you an image. Imagine your mind is like a flashlight. Wherever you point it, your energy goes. Being present is not just about slowing down. It's about getting into alignment with reality, with truth, and with opportunity. And the best way to train this muscle? Mindful breathing. You don't need incense, music, or a mountain. All you need is your breath. Try this. Sit quietly. Close your eyes. Inhale slowly through your nose, feel the air. Exhale through your mouth, feel it leave your body. Bring all your attention to this breath, nothing else. If your mind wanders, and it will, gently guide it back. No judgment. No frustration. Just return. This practice, repeated daily, begins to rewire your brain. You'll start noticing small things: a bird's song, the way sunlight touches your skin, the warmth of your coffee cup. These moments are life itself. And something amazing happens. You begin to experience joy not because life became perfect, but because you finally showed up for it. You're no longer chasing happiness in a future that never arrives. You're living it now, breath by breath. Here's what mindfulness does for your positivity. It grounds you. It breaks anxiety loops. It trains your focus. It gives your life depth and texture. You become more intentional, more relaxed, more resilient. And best of all, you stop missing your life. The past has already taught you. The future will meet you when it's ready. But the now, it's a gift, and it's where your power lives. So take a breath. And come back to it again and again, because the present moment isn't just where you live. It's where you thrive. Close your eyes for a second and imagine this. You've just accomplished one of your biggest goals. You're standing exactly where you dreamed you'd be. You feel proud, calm, fulfilled. Now open your eyes and realize that moment hasn't happened yet. But your mind just experienced it as if it had. That's the hidden power of visualization. Too often we treat visualization like daydreaming, just a feel-good fantasy. But when used intentionally, it becomes one of the most powerful tools to create reality. And in Buddhist practice, this idea isn't new. Visualization is deeply rooted in meditative teachings. It's the art of directing the mind with purpose. While some meditations focus on breath or mantra, others focus on mental imagery, seeing the life you wish to live as if it's already unfolding. Here's why it works. Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Neuroscience shows that visualizing an action lights up the same areas of the brain as physically doing it. That means, when you visualize success, confidence, growth, or calm, your brain begins to prepare for it. It trains itself to handle the actual moment when it arrives. Athletes use this technique before competitions. Speakers use it before stepping on stage. You can use it for anything, from building a business to healing emotionally. Think of visualization as a mental rehearsal. Want to ace a job interview? See yourself walking in with confidence. Hear your clear voice. Feel the handshake. Imagine the smile on your face when it's done. Want to grow spiritually? Visualize yourself centered, grounded, wise in moments that would normally trigger you. Want to overcome fear? See yourself facing the fear and moving through it anyway. The key is clarity and emotion. The more specific your vision and the more feeling you pour into it, the more real it becomes to your subconscious. And once your subconscious believes it's possible, your actions start to align. You speak differently. You stand differently. You show up as someone who knows where they're going. In Buddhist philosophy, this aligns with the concept of intention, setting a mental direction before the journey begins. It's like planting a seed in the mind and nurturing it daily until it blossoms into reality. So how do you practice this? Here's a simple technique. 1. Find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted. 2. 3. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. 4. 5. Bring your goal or ideal future into your mind. 6. 7. Imagine it in detail. What do you see? What do you feel? Who are you with? What do you hear? 8. 9. Let yourself feel the emotions of that vision: confidence, joy, peace, strength. 10. 11. Stay with it for 2 to 5 minutes. Then slowly return to the present. 12. Do this daily. Not to escape your life, but to create the blueprint for the life you're building. Because every goal that matters starts in the mind before it's seen in the world. And with enough repetition, belief, and aligned action, what you visualize becomes what you live. So stop waiting to feel successful before you act. Start by feeling it now and let your actions rise to meet your vision. You've just explored timeless Buddhist techniques, tools not meant to be stored in books or kept in temples, but to be lived, practiced, and carried in the heart every single day. Let's pause and reflect. Everything you've learned here, shifting your perspective, speaking with intention, anchoring in the present, visualizing your path, these aren't tricks. They're transformations. They're not about pretending life is easy. They're about learning how to meet life as it is, with clarity, courage, and compassion. The Buddha never promised a life without hardship. What he offered was something far more valuable. A path through the hardship, with awareness as your guide, and peace as your reward. And that's what positive thinking really is. It's not about ignoring pain. It's about facing it with a wiser mind. It's not blind optimism. It's rooted hope that is trained, focused, and unshakable. So if you're watching this feeling lost, overwhelmed, or like you've tried everything and failed, pause. Breathe. And remember this. Seedling, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Every mistake has given you insight. Every setback has prepared you. Every step has brought you to this moment right here, right now. The only question is, what will you do with this moment? Because now is your starting point. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Start by taking one small, mindful action. Speak kindly to yourself today. Reframe a challenge into a lesson. Focus fully on one breath. Visualize the version of you that you're becoming and begin acting like them now. These are not small things. They are seeds of awakening. Plant them. Nurture them. Return to them. And slowly, quietly, powerfully, you'll change. What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. The Buddha. Let that quote guide you. Your mind is not your enemy, it's your greatest ally, once trained. And your life? It's not waiting to be perfect. It's waiting for you to wake up to your strength, your peace, your purpose. The path is already beneath your feet. So walk it. With mindfulness. With intention. With heart. Because the world doesn't just need more noise. It needs more minds that are clear. More hearts that are still. More people like you living consciously, growing deeply, and thinking positively, not just for themselves, but for the world around them. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated, share it with someone who needs a little light. And don't forget to breathe today, not just with your lungs, but with your spirit. You've got this. And more importantly, you've always had it.